Need a face to face. Need the reason why they're stolen her from me. Don't know why heaven is so angry with me. We will never know what we're made of. We just needed freedom. We thought it would be forever. But all my mind just memories. All my heart just promises. Oh baby, now I'm so empty. Oh baby, look at all you left me. Music in my speakers is becoming loud. Lyrics on my head, I need to write them down. Don't know why it hurts so much. Your memory, you're leaving me. We will never know what we're made of. We just needed freedom. We thought it would be forever. But all my mind is memories. All my heart just promises. Oh baby, now I'm so empty. Oh baby, look at me.
Welcome, St. Petersburg. We are live under the lights. It is SLIDESTYLE Round 5. We are a little late. We had to back things off from the end of the month of May. The schedule just got a little hectic, and we've taken note, and we will make an adjustment next season around the schedule. But we weren't just going to give up. We moved the event back. It is now June 2nd. Round 5 is here. This is going to be the first ever SLIDESTYLE drift event taking place at night under the lights. It's going to be an awesome time. You've been here with us every Friday night watching practice, seeing these guys getting locked and loaded for this month's event. But the night is here. It is time to find out who is going to be our next SLIDESTYLE event winner and who is going to capture more of those elusive championship points heading towards the end of the season to find out who is going to be your 2023 SLIDESTYLE champion. I want to thank everybody for joining in. If you haven't seen a SLIDESTYLE event before, we are about to tell you all about what exactly is going on here this evening. But before we do that, we are going to take a look at the drivers that are going to be fighting over this event trophy this evening. That's right, you see right there on the left side of your screen, all of the drivers lined up to make this event. We already have drivers in the server. The qualifying groups are set up and ready to go. And on the line first is going to be a newcomer to SLIDESTYLE in Wagfish. Can't wait to see what it's all about. But before we head over to that, we got to talk about how qualifying is set up here in SLIDESTYLE. Things are a little different here compared to a traditional drift event that you may be used to. Of course, here in SLIDESTYLE, qualifying is done in single car runs. But you guys, if you're watching along, if you can hear my voice right now, you are the judges for this event. That's right. Everyone at home is judging the event, and you guys will be giving qualifying a 1 to 5 star rating. And that is how we're going to decide who makes the bracket for the main event this evening and the 12 drivers that are going to be fighting over that trophy. Now, the top 11 drivers will automatically advance from qualifying. Drivers that are ranked 12th to 16th after everyone runs again for a last chance qualifying spot. They will go back to back, and you guys will be voting on which of those drivers you think had the best last chance qualifier run to take that final 12th spot in the bracket. We're going to be looking for speed and angle, as always, with a drift run. But for slide style specifically, the style is important. We're looking for their flow, how they make their way through the course, how nice and smooth it is, how on edge they have that car. Are they all the way out maximizing the track in every way, and how aggressively they tackle the course? So without further ado, as I mentioned, Wagfish is our first driver on the course here. So we're going to take a look at this machine sitting at the starting line. And you may wonder, what makes a slide style drift machine any different than any other drift event car? And there's a couple little minor details about slide style events that make these cars a little bit different. See here on your screen, there's a couple of special rules about these cars, and we'll talk about them as we move along here. Of course, we've got rear-wheel drive, 1,000 horsepower maximum, pretty standard for some plenty of drift events. Wheels are 16 to 20 inches in diameter with a 275 millimeter maximum width. All four wheels around these cars, however, have to be of equal size. Now, the air pressure can be slightly different from front to rear, but all four wheels have to be the same all the way around the car. 110 adhesion tires, pretty grippy compared to what a lot of other virtual drifting events run. We are looking for a high speed, high power, and high angle, so we added those extra grippy compound tires. 35 to 40% sidewall profile with a 90 kilopascal air pressure minimum. Now in Freedom units, that's going to put you down around, I think, 13 or 14 PSI, somewhere in that department. Now you do need to have visible rear tire lettering. As you can see here, Wagfish has it on the front and rear tires, but that makes it a little bit easier for you guys at home judging and scoring these runs to see handbrake pulls and things like that. Of course, during the brackets, really in qualifying, it doesn't make a whole lot of a difference. And of course, the cars have to have a front bumper attached, and that is due to the way that the CarX game engine works. If you remove the front bumper from the car on a lot of the car models, the collision model in the game is still where the bumper was. So you have a big transparent thing on the front of the car that is, possible to contact other drivers. But all of that is mostly for the bracket competition, but we are here for qualifying. And as I said, we are looking along at Wagfish. This is his first ever time running a slide style event. We've enjoyed having him practice with us throughout the weeks. This is a beautiful Supra here. He has got all hooked up and ready to go. And without further ado, what do you guys say? Where are my judges? Where is my scoring? The fans in Twitch, let's see some love in the chat. Are you ready to see some drift action this evening? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see. Let's show some love. Let's get it going. Wagfish, his first ever run here in slide style, and I'm sure he's going to do it right. Race control, we're going to go on ahead and give him the green light. I believe we are all set and ready to go. We'll double check. But his first ever run, he's first up for qualifying. The pressure is on. Let's see how he handles it. Wagfish going to be taking off. And let's see what this Supra has got in store for us here. Of course, you can see a great shot of the city under the lights here as he attacks this course. This is the line for this evening's competition. Bringing it all the way around the outside of the roundabout here, maintaining so much angle there. That final last tight turn as he heads to the finish. Lots of angle there, up on the sidewalk even. And that vote is making its way to you. You see it, the poll in the chat right now. Let us know what you think about that run. As you watch along, you see him making his way along the line here. You can see all of the lines for this season. Exclamation point Slide Style will take you to the official Slide Style Discord. And you can find out everything about watching along or participating in a Slide Style event. About a minute left to vote on this run for Wagfish here. Once again, his first ever run here in Slide Style, showing us how it's done and setting the bar to see what the competition has to do to top this run. Great launch off the starting line here. Just a few seconds left to go. All right, that's going to be a 2.9. 2.9 for Wagfish on his first ever qualifying run here. And up next, we have got your man Squid over here. In this beautiful Toyota 86 over here, old AE86. Loving the design on this ride here. Well, he's going to have to beat Wagfish's run of a 2.9, so we're going to see if he's able to make that happen. Of course, Squid has run many events here in Slide Style. First time ever seeing him in a more old school ride like this, so I'm excited to see what he has in store for us here. We are set up, ready to go, and let's see. So our drone cam flies high here. Look at the speed coming out of this machine here. Age of this vehicle doesn't make a difference. He's got it moving. Look how he is absolutely headed all the way out to the curb on the outside. Swinging it back around here for the roundabout. Oh, look at that, tracing the curb around the outside of that first section, keeping the angle up, kicking it back over. Nice smooth run here as he heads out to the finish. Absolutely manhandling that machine right there. Squid always brings it every time. Just over a minute left to get your vote in here. What did you think about Squid's run? Is it enough to top Wagfish in his first ever Slide Style outing? And of course, you see up in our live shot there in the top right corner of your screen, our man Danny is throwing some burnouts, getting that car warmed up, ready to dive in here. Just a few seconds left. Let us know what you think about Squid's run. Coming down to the wire here. What's it gonna be? Looks like he's gonna land steady on a 3.6, which will put him good to top Wagfish there. That's a great qualifying score. Sets the bar high for the night, but after watching practice and seeing all these other drivers, I know they are going to definitely be able to make the grade. Great run by Squid there in that beautiful 86. But meanwhile, we come over here to our man Danny, who's rocking one of the new machines from the latest update to our favorite game here, CarX, the GR86. Loving this beautiful blue and white machine he's got hooked up here. And this thing is absolutely powerful. As powerful as it looks, for sure. The thing looks like a rocket ship, and it definitely acts like one for certain. So we'll be seeing what he is going to be bringing to the table. You know, the last few events that he's run, he has definitely... Wait a minute, this isn't a... I'm looking at it, I was like, wait a minute, I was like, there's not a body kit that's shaped like that for that car. I just built one the other day. I've got my sign-up information has failed me here. This is the new 400Z. This is the Nissan. This is not the Toyota here. I was like, man, that's a weird body kit. Why didn't I get that body kit? Had me thrown off there. I came back around, I saw the nose, and I was like, something's wrong. Well, we'll get that fixed for the next event and make sure that that's updated. Signups were a little difficult this month because, of course, they released a gigantic update to the game about 3 days before today, so we didn't have a lot of time to get all of our stuff squared away. But we got it. It's all good. We're here, and we're gonna get this run in and get a score out of Danny. So let's see what he's got in this totally not a Toyota. That's not what he's got. No, it's all good. Let's see what our man has got here as he's ready to launch off the line. And boy, I don't care what car it has got some speed for sure. Look at this, my man throwing the 360 out to start, taking it way out, showing off a little bit here, showing what that thing is capable of. Got my words all crossed up here. Keeping that angle high, sending it all the way around the outside of the roundabout. Look at that, keeping it right up on the edge of the curve there, kicking over almost all 4 tires on the inside. What a run there from Danny. The votes coming at you in the chat now. We've almost made our way all the way through this first group in qualifying. Awesome stuff there. First driver to throw a 360 in qualifying this evening. There's always one. Somebody always makes the attempt at it. It's not always successful, but I'd say that was a pretty successful one there. As we take another look. Such control of that vehicle, dropping it right back into the outside of the line and continuing on along. So far, showing a 3.8, looking to take the top spot away from Squid here. Of course, that 360 there, that's impressive, and that's going to gain you a whole lot of votes there. The rest of the run, though, pretty smooth and definitely showing the power that this car is going to have if he is able to make the bracket this evening. Just a few seconds left in the vote here. Let us know what you think about Danny's run. Looks like he's going to come down to a 3.8 there, and that will put him good for the top spot over Squid by just 0.2. Great run from Danny. But as we come back into our live shot here, you know him well. You've seen him around ever since the beginning of last season, the first ever SLIDESTYLE event winner. You can never take that away from him. Our man Damien is here, fresh off of another event. Had to get his car over here from running another event, get it back into SLIDESTYLE spec to be ready to run our event. This man runs more drift events than I think I have ever seen anybody do before. It's incredible to see, and you would think that may throw him off his game, but I've never seen it slow him down, not one little bit. Damien is always going to bring it, and no confusing this car. That right there, is a mean Nissan S15. So let's see what this thing has got to bring to the table. See if he can take over Danny in that with that 3.8 in the top spot. As you can hear, he's got to hold back on the throttle. This thing has got so much power. You can see just how much angle he's able to squeeze out of it, but look at the speed that it carries. Cutting it a little to the inside here so he can smoothly make his way into the roundabout. Cranking it all the way around the outside there. And I'm telling you, with that throttle response, you can hear how much he's able to pedal it and still keep that speed up. That is going to be some kind of useful heading into bracket competition later this evening. Vote in the poll for you guys right now watching along. We thank everybody for joining in for slide style qualifying this evening. Letting your voices be heard with the votes and letting these drivers know what you think about their runs. And of course, the sportsmanship from all these drivers voting for each other as well. And they're having some fun over in our race control channel that we have in the Slide Style Discord. About halfway through this vote here for Damien and his S15. Loving the design on that car. The green and white is so good looking. Of course, repping for Team Imperium there on the side of the car and their drift championship events that they have going on. That's why you see the IDC there right on the side of the car. Couple seconds left. For anybody that hasn't voted, let us know what you think about Damien's run here. Is it going to beat out that 3.8 from Danny? Looks like it's going to land on a 3.5. Puts him good for third place right now. Just 0.1 behind Squid there in second. Head back over into our live view. And now we've got the GR86 here. Look, can't mistake that Toyota badge there on the rear. But you want to talk about a beautiful race car. This red, white, and blue machine here from Cruise is some kind of awesome looking. Definitely love the new cars, the new body kit designs, the new livery vinyl options that we have available to us here. The creativity that is given to us with this game is paralleled by none. It's incredible, and it is always fun to build out cars and see what these guys are able to do with them to make them as competitive as they are. So we are ready to see Cruz take his run. This is the end of the first group of qualifying drivers. Our next group will be headed into the server in just a little while, as we have about 18 cars battling over 12 bracket positions this evening. Look how smoothly this car gets up to speed. Barely any RPM hit from the engine, and he's got to be carrying on like 60 miles an hour here. The power of this vehicle is unreal, and what angle. Let's fly our drone all through the tree here trying to keep up with this machine. So much angle. What a smooth qualifying run from Cruz here as we take another look at it. All the way out to the curb, maximizing the course as much as he possibly can. Let's take one more look here. You can see how snappy it is on the first initiation. Taps the curb there. Taps the curb on the second curve all the way back out. Touching that white line back to the inside curve. I mean, using up this course here. But is it going to be enough to put him over top of Danny? Just a couple seconds left on this vote here. What's it going to be? A 3.6. Looks like he's going to be close. But of course, our calculations go further than just 1 decimal point, so he's going to be just slightly behind Squid. 3.6 puts him good for 3rd place. Awesome qualifying run from Cruz here. As we make our way back around to check out this HSVR8 machine, the pickup truck here, doing something a little different. Is Waifu here. But look, is that I think that's Bubbles there on the side? Yeah, right here. Says around the side, I got a little bit of a glare from the street lights. Bubbles right there on the side from the Powerpuff Girls. Talk about a cool livery design here. You gotta love it. It's not often you see a pickup truck in drifting competition, so we're gonna see what he's got to do with it here. All right, well, we've got the go-ahead from race control. We are all set for this second group of qualifiers. So let's see what Waifu has got if he can take that top spot. Currently held with a 3.8 by Danny. Look at this, all the way to the outside, out there by the guardrail. Flying this pickup truck around here. Got that big long bed hanging out the back. What a run here. He picked this thing out on purpose, and he has got it locked in on the tuning side of things. What a run from Waifu here. Great stuff, bringing out the truck. Look at the speed that thing carries. Look at this, all the way outside to the guardrail there. Definitely a little bit of a different approach here, but that's the unique thing about slide style. No track limits, no clipping zones, no decel zones. It's all about just sending it and showing off what your driving skills and your car is capable of. Man, what a run for the pickup truck there. And that thing is going to be some kind of awesome to see in tandem competition later on this evening. Absolute barn burner of a run from that machine. About 30 seconds left to get your votes in here. Let us know what you think about these drivers. Coming down to it here. Looks like he's not quite going to be able to take over that top spot. A 3.5 puts him in, slots him in 4th place, right behind Cruz and Squid there. Great stuff out of these guys, man. Never get tired of watching these guys drift and the creative little details of differences in things that they are able to come up with on the line. But as we come back around, our man Flyers here, rocking the S15. I mean, this is one of the most beautiful liveries. Loving the, check out the windshield banner design he's got for us as well. Of course, these guys giving a little bit of creative freedom over their windshield banners for Slide Style. Definitely a little unique element we have. That's all what we're all about here. Slide Style events is how we can separate ourselves and set ourselves apart from all the other drift events out there. And speaking of people that set themselves apart, Flyers is definitely that guy. This guy is, he's always the first into practice, one of the last ones to leave. He makes sure that he absolutely maximizes his time in the server with these other drivers to make sure that he's got the best shot at being able to beat out the competition in one of these events. So let's see if he is able to beat out a 3.8. He launches off the line here in that gorgeous S15, hitting the curbs. Got the first curve, didn't quite get the second one, but is using up this course here all the way out to the outside on the sidewalk, still holding on to it, carrying so much speed. Looks like he's going to use up all of this roundabout here on the outside. Look at how perfectly that car maintains angle, kicks it out, sends it around that tight curve at the end of the track there. And that will finish out his run. Great smooth run out of Flyers here, about exactly what we expected there. That vote is making its way to you in the chat right now. Like I said, man, Flyers is one of the drivers that gets in the most practice runs out of all of our slide style drivers. And it shows here. That car is just completely under his control at all times. And man, does he carry the speed. Wanted to show that he can use up that whole roundabout for his qualifying run. And right now he's looking to take the top spot. Just a few seconds left here as everybody watches this run back, see about getting their vote in. Check it out right here. Look at this. See something in our live view here that you'll be seeing on your screen here in just a minute. Meanwhile, this vote is coming to a close here for Flyers. Is he going to take that top spot? And it looks like he is. A 3.9.1 over top of Danny drops him in to the #1 position for now. So far, we've had 7 drivers qualify. Flyers on top of them all. We're closely headed into our top 11. As you look on the screen here, you'll see another first-time slide style driver, but you can see our man Tempa is all in on slide style. Look at the beautiful design here on the back window of this 180SX. Awesome looking machine here. Got the name on the side and everything. My man he's fully invested. He is in it. He is ready to go, and that is what we love to see here. This is a gorgeous car. Loving the design. Can't wait to see what he's bringing to the table. We've got a couple of first-time drivers here. As I said earlier, Wagfish, first time running. Slides will be here in just a little while. And, of course, Tempa here on your screen right now. Looking forward to see what these guys bring to the table and see how many championship points they can score this year and maybe have a crack at taking the season championship. But we've got to go one event at a time, one run at a time, and it is time for Tempa to make his qualifying pass for this evening. See that 180's got some motor in it, boy. It carries some speed into that first turn. All kinds of angle there. Is he going to be able to maintain that throughout the rest of the run? Man, that was smooth to watch right there. I was just kind of enjoying that one as it went along. All right, well, the vote is coming at you. In the chat right now, you can see how quickly he was able to get off the line. That car drives smooth as can be. It's going to be a great tandem car, but we need to get the votes in to find out if he is going to make it to those tandems or not. Able to use up this entire course here. Cut it in a little tight headed into the roundabout, but it looks like he wanted to use up that outside curve all the way around. You can see once that car sets in on angle, it'll stay there. And he just modulates the throttle a little bit to control his positioning. A little bit of time left on this vote. Let us know what you think about his run here. And is he going to be able to take flyers out of that top spot? His first ever qualifying run here in a slide style event. Coming down to it here on the vote, it is going to be a 3.5. Puts him good for 5th place so far in the event. Great run from Tempa there. As we get back to our live shot here from our drone camera, we see Theory. You know the name well. We call him Mr. Consistency every time he's on the screen. And not only, look at this, showing a little love on the rear of the car here. Not only consistent in the server behind the wheel, consistent with the car designs, man. Look at this. Is a beautiful racing machine here. Loving the color selection. And this Yaris is mean, and you guys know if you've been watching Slide Style from past season to this season, you know when the Yarises start to come. What's the plural of Yaris? Yarises? Yarsi. Yeah. Once you start to see these old Yoders come out, man, these Yarises, man, this is when business picks up and gets serious, because this is one of the quickest, snappiest cars with that short wheelbase, wide body. This car will tear it up, and these guys usually hold back on the Yaris until they think it's time and they need it. Well, I guess the time is here. So let's see what this Yaris is going to do for Theory, as he is given the green light from race control. He is ready to rock and roll here. Already see the power in it, but just look how effortlessly this car rotates on axis. The center of gravity so low in it as well. You can see just everything about this thing is smooth. But you gotta have a sensitive touch on that steering wheel, though, because it can snap around on you some kind of quick. But you see here, as always, Mr. Consistency, consistent as ever. Beautiful run from Theory. That vote, as always, making its way to you. I had meant to mention this earlier on. I know we have some of our fans watching along at home have had some. They've let me know that they've had issues with Twitch's voting system, with the polling system that Twitch has in place, and almost every time I hear those things coming from a mobile user on Twitch, that there seems to be issues with the different Twitch apps and being able to display polls. Why don't you take a shot at heading over to twitch.tv/Alex on your screen, on or in a browser window, and see if the chat there is not a little bit better for you. I know in some people's situation that might not be the easiest thing, especially if they're trying to cast the event over to a TV screen or something of that nature, or if they have it you know, on their phone while they're at work or something like that. I know that may not be possible, but that could be a possible solution for you. As we watch Theory's run here, just a few seconds left. I mean, this is about as smooth as it can be right here for you. You can't ask for much more out of Theory. And like I said, when you know the Yaris comes out, that's when these guys are getting serious. And serious indeed, the vote comes back. It is a 4.1 for Theory. Well-deserved, taking the top spot. And I am looking forward to seeing what that Yaris can do in bracket competition this evening. Great runs out of Theory there. We come back around to our final driver of Group 2 for qualifying here this evening. And you know him from, he's run every event this season. Our man Skull in this beautiful S15 here. Loving the dark green, how that orange and brighter green sections pop out. A little bit of chrome to it. Looks super awesome underneath the lights here in St. Petersburg. Skull is ready to throw it down in this S15. Well, Theory coming out with that Yaris, putting down the 4.1. Is he going to be able to take the top spot here? We're going to find out. He's ready to launch this powerful racing machine off the line. Let's see what Skull's going to bring to us here. Look at that, showing a little love on the back window too. Appreciate all the support from all these drivers for everything we're doing here with our slide style events. And boy, is he bringing the heat here. He's showing the speed that this car has got. And we said we're looking for aggression in our qualifying runs as well. And man, he has got 100% of the aggression here. All the way to the outside there in front of the stairs. Some kind of an aggressive run out of Skull here. So let's see where that's going to land him in the votes here. Now, I'm looking to see there, he definitely lacked a little bit of angle on a couple of corners, but he made up for that with sheer power. But in comparison to some of these other runs we've seen, I don't know if this is going to be good enough for him to crack in to that top 5. Definitely a solid run. Great looking ride, of course. Coming down to just a few seconds left here on Skull's vote, and it is going to be a 3.4. Like I said, not quite enough to take that top spot. But it will be enough to drop him in 9th place with the 3.4. As we come back around to another first-time slide style driver here, this is our man Slides with the awesome red, blue, and black machine here. Looking good. The 400Z hooked up. Like I said, one of the new cars with the game update here. This is a futuristic looking ride here, especially with this livery on it. Them chrome wheels as well. So, first ever qualifying run for slide style. So we're going to find out what Slides can do with this. Look at this brand new driver, brand new car, brand new line for SLIDESTYLE, and we're here under the lights for the first time. It's all new, and we're going to see what he's going to do to take out Theory 4.1. It's going to be tough. The bar is set high. I think he can do it here, so we're going to see what Slides has got for us. He launches off the line. Lots of angle there for the first turn. So much speed out of this machine. Look at that thing. It's like he shifted gears, and it picked up 10, 15 miles an hour before that second turn. Grabbing so much angle around the roundabout, holding on to it here, keeping the throttle pinned down. All the way to the outside of the stairs there for the finish. But man, I'm telling you, watching all of these guys, we got a couple of guys that weren't able to get a lot of practice runs in, either due to their work schedulers or whatever it may be. And then we had our new drivers. We have a couple of drivers that just showed up here recently for the last couple practice sessions for this event. So they haven't had a lot of time to practice. And boy, are they absolutely bringing it. Man, this is so much fun to watch, and I can't wait to see these guys battling it out side by side later on this evening. We've got just a few drivers left for qualifying here, as our votes are going in for Slides here. Using up every bit. The early section of the course, it's like he played a little safe here. We'll watch it as he comes off the line here, gets up on the curb a little bit, and I almost wonder if that didn't over-rotate the car, pulling him in on that first turn. But then, man, he gets out here and he says, well, we made a little bit of a mistake, so we've got to get after it here, and boy, did he ever. Finishing out the line in style all the way out, all four wheels on the sidewalk there, and that's going to be good for a 3.3, puts him in 10th place right now, still potentially locked into the event, and that is going to be our 11th driver. So now we start to find out which drivers are going to be bumped into the last chance qualifier position. You see there on the left side of your screen all of the scored drivers and the drivers remaining to run in this event. So those top 11 will be locked in. So as you'll see, drivers will start to get bumped down into the blue last chance qualifier section. And they will have to make a second run to see if they can be the 12th car here. But we are looking along at the four-door Skyline machine here of Lewitt. First time we've seen him run this car. As always, loving the purple livery design here. Black hood, black roof. Now, I'm just taking a second to appreciate this car. I haven't got to really take a good look at this one. Of course, representing the Wild Boys over here. Loving this machine here. Loving Lewitt's driving style, man. Always been a fan of his ever since he's shown up in SLIDESTYLE. Can't wait to see what he's going to bring to the table this evening. He's got a high bar set, but I have faith in him that he can try to tackle it off the line. Ooh, big bit of lag there. Hopefully it holds out for him here as he swings it out way wide to the outside. A whole lot of lag going on here. Hopefully he'll be able to get his game restarted. Maybe that'll help out a little bit after this qualifying run. He's teleporting all over the place. We are still getting a good shot of how much angle that car has, though. Seems to have settled down a bit for now, and we can see how smoothly the car is able to travel through the roundabout section here and into the finish portion of the course. It'll be tough to tell there with the lag. As we watch back around, I'm sure he's watching back along as well to see the replay. You know, that's not what it looked like on his end of things. It'd be impossible to drive something if it was doing that, but he'll be able to see kind of what we saw there. Unfortunate. Hopefully his Little lag there can resolve itself. But if you watch along closely, you can tell, you can kind of follow the tire tracks there and tell the angle of what that machine was doing and what he was working with on the way around the course here. Difficulties of racing online. Sometimes connection issues like that will happen to you. Still a great run from Lewitt nonetheless. As we come down to the last few seconds on the vote here, is he going to be able to knock Wagfish down into the last chance group? 3.1, just barely by 0.2. Wagfish is moved into the last chance qualifier group, and Lewitt grabs the 11th position. Come back around to our live shot here, and you are looking at the winner of last month's event. Malte is in the server. GR86 ready to rock here. Look at the big old spoiler on the back of this machine. Got a little bit of the team livery going on here. Of course, kind of joking thing that started out Uncle Malte Racing has kind of become a little fun team group for these guys of Theory and PWX and Wayne and Malte. It's kind of just a funny little thing they've got going on there. So got a little team livery action here. You'll see some more of this later on this evening. Awesome looking ride here. And we are ready to see what last month's event winner, is he going to be able to defend his victory, or is somebody going to be able to knock the king off the top of the mountain? Let's see what he's got in store for us here. Will he be able to take his little UMR teammate out of the #1 position? The bar is set high, but if there's anybody that can take it down, it's going to be none other than Malte, and good Lord, is this car fast. The drone is running at absolute full throttle to keep up with it. Man, look at the angle he's able to get out of it, using up the entire roundabout here. Keeping that throttle down, tightening up the angle towards the end there to make a smooth transition into the last turn. What a run out of Malte here. Boy, have we got the heavy hitters coming to you guys for the last handful of qualifying drivers. Solid run out of Malte there. Man, that car came off the line with so much speed. Close to those light poles on the first. So close to that second light pole there. All the way out to the white center lines for bringing those front wheels back into the curb and then slinging it on around the roundabout. One of the most fun elements of the entire slide style season. A full 270-degree turn to finish out this run with a tight left-hander right at the end of it. So you get settled into your angle there, and then you have to make a huge transition and adjustment to get back going the other direction. And it's kind of on an off angle as well. It's more than a 90-degree turn. As we take one more look at it here, you'll watch as he has to adjust inward to be able to kick that car back around to make that turn. A 4.0, not quite enough to take over Theory in the top spot. Malte is going to jump into second position, but that'll put him sitting pretty in the bracket to look to move and defend his win from last month. But like I said, if you look there on the left side of your screen, we have some heavy hitters coming at you for the remainder of qualifying. You just saw Maltese run. PWX here, ready to bring it to you as well. Former winner, SLIDESTYLE here this season. You can see his name in gold, same as Malte, PWX, and Wayne. Bird, another former winner this season, unable to make it to the event today. We'll be missing him, but we'll see him at the next one, hopefully, as we look on at PWX's S15 machine here. Rocking that same livery he has been bringing here for quite a while. Loving the Wardhouse-inspired design here. Well, it's pretty much just a clone of the real-life machine. Looking awesome, looking good. Drives just as well, I guarantee it. And it's got one of the best drivers sitting behind the steering wheel. And if there's anybody that can knock these guys off the top spot, it's going to be him. Let's make it happen. Launching off the line, so close to that pole on the outside, just like Malte was. Sends it back around, close to that one as well. Looking to maximize every bit of the course that he can here. Holding so much angle throughout. Look at the angle he gets on that last turn. Gets up on the curve a little bit for the finish. Great runs out of P-Dub here. Give us your votes. Let P-Dub know what you think about that run and where do you want to see him lined up for the bracket. Never get tired of watching these guys, man. It is so impressive to me, the skills that they have driving these vehicles. Drifting is like nothing else in the world, man. Every different discipline of racing has its own unique skill set. And most similar in my eyes to rally racing, just the precision car control required for something like competitive drifting is just second to none, man. These guys are incredible. Love seeing it, love watching what they do. If you want to see more SLIDESTYLE events, you can search us up on YouTube. Look up SLIDESTYLE, you'll find our events. You can hit !SLIDESTYLE in the chat. We'll take you to the official SLIDESTYLE Discord where you can watch all of our previous events. Check out the rule book, find out how you can become involved with the SLIDESTYLE event, look at the schedule, see the lines for the rest of the season, and you can come hang out with us and practice right here on the channel every Friday night. Open practice available to everybody. And PWX is going to score a 3.9, puts him good for third place. We knew he was going to be near the top. Comes out to third, cannot wait to see bracket action coming later on this evening. We are getting down to the wire here. Just 3 drivers left in qualifying, and unfortunately that means there is going to be 1 driver that is eliminated from overall contention here. There are only 5 last chance qualifier positions, and there are going to be 6 drivers outside of the top 11. So we're going to find out which of these drivers it's going to end up being, but a name we all know and love here in the server in this mean-looking Viper. It is our boy Kakumba. Longtime friend of ours. Life gets in the way, and he hadn't been able to get in and practice with the guys, but you know he's been practicing on his own and making sure he's got this car hooked up and ready to go for this evening, and made sure he was able to get here for some SLIDESTYLE competition. So we appreciate our good friend here, and we're going to see what he can do with this Viper machine as he's ready to launch off the line. I got a feeling this big V10, this thing's going to take off like a rocket ship. And that it does. Hardly can keep up with him with the drone camera here. Little tap on the pole to the outside. Look at that, all the way to the outside. So much angle. Look at how fast this car is, man, and he's still able to kick it out to the side like that. Look at the transitions. This is going to be a monster of a car. In bracket competition later on, so smooth and carrying all that weight and power around the track. Boy, that was awesome right there out of Kakumba. Sorry, I got a little excited about that one. Like I said, he hasn't been able to make it to practice and hang out with us too much, so that's really my first time seeing Kakumba make a full pull of this line. Great stuff from him there in that Viper machine. That thing was absolutely booking it around this course. See how close, tapping that first pole with the back bumper, of course, close on the second one as well. And then using up this entire roundabout here. But is it going to be enough for him to crack into that top 5? A 3.8 is going to be what he needs to make it happen. Last couple seconds coming at you on the vote here. Going to be close. Be sure to get your votes in. .6 is what it's going to be for Kakumba here. Puts him good for 6th place. And that brings in your last chance qualifier group to so far be Skull, Slides, Lewid, and Wagfish. We've got 2 drivers left to qualify here. First one being our man Jason here. Checking out the livery here. Look, got the similar design to Skull over here. Of course, the Hancock Tire Company, their primary sponsor on these machines, got the RCF rocking, looking good here. Look at the dark windows here, like a limo. Can't see in there at all. That's because the talent behind the wheel, man. It's like fire. It's too bright to see with your bare eyes. They had to tint the windows down. But we are going to see what this Lexus can put down on the track. Jason giving the go-ahead in this awesome-looking ride. Man, these guys are launching off the line like it's a drag race. I can't wait to see them side by side here in just a little while. Soft suspension on this RCF here. You can see how the little bit of body roll it's got in it headed into the turns. And he's able to manage that well and hold that angle out. Quick transition into the last turn here. Headed to the finish, and that vote is headed at you in the chat right now. And that's going to bring us to our last driver. And what a run from Jason right there. Definitely a little bit different car selection from most of the rest of the field. Just a couple seconds left on the vote for it here. Let us know what you think about your man Jason here. 3.6 so far is looking to slot him into 6th place just above Kukumba. The competition is some kind of tight, man. The top 11 go from a 4.1 to a 3.5. And our last chance group goes from a 3.5 to a 2.9. Very, very close competition as always here in slide style. And it's going to be a 3.6, which will leave him in 6th position and bring us down to our final driver of the evening. As always, because he is a technical director, usually our technical director and our race director for the evening are slotted into the last 2 positions, so that way we can make sure that everything runs smoothly before they get their runs in. So that's why you're so accustomed to seeing Wayne run a little bit later in the qualifying of the event. But like we said, when it's time to get serious, that's when the Yaris comes out. And both Theory and Wayne have decided that this is an event, this is a trophy they want to hold. They want to have the first ever nighttime event of slide style on their trophy case. And this team livery here on this beautiful machine, he is looking to get the job done. We're going to put our drone camera up high because I know this thing is a rocket ship coming off the line. So we're going to see this thing take off like one. And it is going to be our final qualifier for this evening. Who is going to be the one driver to be eliminated? Who is going to be our 5 drivers in our last chance qualifying group? And who is going to be locked into bracket competition this evening? Look at that thing just leaving rubber in its wake off the line. You see how much angle it's able to crank out so quickly here. You want to talk about maximizing the course? Well, he is doing absolutely every bit of that so far, hitting every outside piece of the course from curb to line to curb to line, staying on the curb all the way around the end. I'm telling you, these Yarises do not come to play around. With the 360 out the finish for Wayne. Great stuff here. The vote for your final qualifying driver coming at you in the chat right now as you watch the replay. What a run out of Wayne here. Now, we know he's probably looking to break into the top 5 with that qualifying run, but now the question is can he knock Theory off of that top position, or will he slot in behind his teammate Malte in the 3rd position? It's going to be close. We're going to find out. But we are down to the last couple of seconds here on the vote. Looks like at the last second he's going to jump up a 4.2. .3. Last couple of votes come in, and that's going to be it. Wayne is going to take over the top spot with a 4.3. And we are going to get our last chance qualifier group loaded into the server. as we take a look around the sights and sounds. Beautiful St. Petersburg street course here, as our last chance qualifying drivers are making their way into the server here. See here, our last chance qualifying group's going to be Waifu, Damien, Skull, Slides, and Lewid. These 5 drivers are going to run back to back. As we're waiting for these drivers to connect to the server and get everything ready to go here, we're going to take a look at the remaining calendar for this season. Of course, we had to move today's event from May 26th up to June 2nd. Had to kick it forward a week, and that is where we are at currently. Next month, well, this month, the end of this month, June 30th, we are going to be in Los Angeles. Gonna be an awesome event there. We love that line so much. One of our favorites for sure. After that, in July, we're going to be in the heat. We're headed to Springstone, July 28th. San Palezzo, brand new line for Slidestyle, August 25th. Of course, the next night event is going to be in Irwindale. And that is going to be September 29th before we finish out with round 10 in October at the Ebisu Circuit, of course, the historic drifting venue. We're going to take another look at our qualifying setup here. Of course, this is our last chance qualifier coming up. You see the drivers ranked 12th through 16th there on the left side of your screen. Getting word now from Race Control that there is a driver having some connection issues. Looks to possibly be unable to make it into the server. So we're going to get our scoring updated here. All right. Getting confirmation from Race Control now. Slides unable to continue in the event, unfortunately. And that does mean that Wagfish, now you want to talk about a last chance qualifier, thought he was out, thought he was not going to qualify for his first event in Slidestyle. Well, now he has got a chance to turn it around, make another run, and win you guys at home over. And I think we are all set in the server. We can come back to our live view here. So as I said, Slides unfortunately unable to continue. Wagfish has the opportunity now. Let's see what he does with it as we come back in to our live look here. And we are looking at the Waifu machine here. Now, keep in mind, everybody watching along, we're not doing votes after each run for this last chance qualifier. These drivers, you can see them, their cars poking out around the corner there in the back of the screen. These drivers are going to be lining up one after the other. And we're going to watch the run, watch the replay, watch the next run, and then those 5 drivers are going to go to a vote, and that's how we're going to decide the final driver making it into the bracket, the top 12 here. So, we've waited long enough. We are going to get these guys rocking and rolling in here. Last chance qualifier runs coming at you. Waifu up first on the line, ready to launch here. That Powerpuff Girls machine here, Bubbles right there on the side. He is absolutely sending it with this truck. Look at how smooth this run is. His first run was solid, but man, this is a marked improvement here. Saying he wants to be part of this bracket event this evening. Great run there. Take a look at the replay of his run. All right, so mark that one down in the memory bank. Take a score in your own head of what you think that run is. Great stuff out of Waifu there as we come back to our live shot, and we are looking at Damien here sitting on the line in this S15 machine for his last chance qualifier attempt. Ooh, big lag there out of the IDC driver. It looks like that car is, whoa, another big lag there. Cut it tight to the inside on that second turn there, able to gather it back up. I wonder if the lag isn't affecting his run here. Hopefully not. Using up the whole roundabout here on the way around. We'll take another look at that, see if we can make heads or tails of what's going on with the lag here. Unfortunate there. As we'll take one last look at this one, we could tell right off the start that it was, there were some connection issues abounding for sure. Great first pair of turns though, and then you see a huge skip there. And I think that did affect his entry. It's what caught him up, had him go so tight in on that second turn, but it set him up great for the roundabout here. As we come back into our live view here, and it is Skull setting on the line, ready to rock and roll. So we're going to see if he's able to make an improvement. I thought he had a pretty solid run earlier, so we'll see what he brings to us here and shows that he's got what it takes to make this final bracket. 12 drivers, sending it all the way to the outside on the sidewalk. You can hear that rev limiter, man. He is cranking this car out here. So much angle as he makes his way into the roundabout turn here. Going to use up the whole thing as well, all the way around the outside. Going to have to face a copyright infringement there from Eminem. Look at that. We're sending it all the way out on the sidewalk for that turn as well. Man, if you want to talk about maximizing the course, that's how you do it. Great smooth run out of Skull here. So we take one more look around at it here. Kicking it all the way out on the sidewalk for the initiation. I don't know if I've seen anybody kick it out that far for that first turn, and then almost gets it to the light pole on the other side. He wants it, man. He wants to be a part of this event some kind of bad, and it is showing on this run here. But these last two drivers up are definitely going to have something to say about it. Their runs are not everything that they had hoped for, and they have the opportunity here to show what they can do behind the wheel. And I can't wait to see it as we come back to our drone camera here. And it is Lewitt sitting on the line, and you know he has got what it takes to make it potentially all the way to a final. Didn't get the qualifying run that he wanted, but he has got the second chance here, and you know he's going to maximize this opportunity to the best of his ability. And you can hear that horsepower in this Skyline machine as he sends it far out into this first turn. Oh, it slows up on him. It gripped up just a bit too much angle, slows that car down. But he's going to finish it out here, brings it around. I'm telling you, this thing is rocking some low RPMs, but keeping that speed up. That's got so much horsepower under the hood. You can see how smooth through this last final turn it is. You can see there right at the beginning of the replay timing kind of got messed up there because that slowed him down so much. You could see right at the beginning there, that car gripped up on him while it was sideways. And we are down to our final driver for this last chance qualifier. Oh, come on now. Went back to the replay. We already saw the replay. There we go. There he is. First time slide style driver here at Wagfish. Didn't necessarily get everything he wanted out of that first run, but he is ready to bring it with this Supra here. Loving this machine, and let's see what it is. Our final qualifying run of the evening. The vote will be coming to you after this run. Let's see if he can have his shot at getting into the final main event for tonight. The top 12, the last driver to qualify for the bracket. He is sending it with speed around this course. You can hear the revs cranking. That machine is wound up. Makes his way through the last turn here, all the way out to the outside by the stairs to the finish. Oh, I might have screwed up here, so it looks like we're going to see Lewitt's run again, but then Wagfish's replay will show after that, so we'll let it run just a couple quick times here. That's my apologies there. But we'll see the end of Lewitt's run again, but then here will be Wagfish's run coming at you. There we go. My apologies for that. So we'll take a look at this run one more time, and then we will get this last chance qualifier vote up and coming to you. Great runs out of all of these drivers here this evening. So between these 5 drivers in the last chance qualifier, who do you want to see take that final position? Is it going to be Waifu, Damien, Skull, Lewid, or Wagfish? 1 spot left in the bracket of 12. While that vote is going, we're going to take a look at the top 11 that are locked into this event. Wayne is your number 1 top spot, wins the prize for top qualifier this evening. Theory going to be in 2nd place. Malte taking 3rd. PWX, 4th position. Flyers taking over 5th place. Now the top 5 is from a 4.3 down to a 3.9. That's how close the scores were all the way through. Danny's going to be in 6th, Jason in 7th. 8th is going to be Kakumba with Squid in 9th. Cruz is going to take the 10th position. And Tempa is going to be in 11th, rounding out that final locked-in position for his first ever slide style run here. About halfway through with this vote, who do you want to see move in to the bracket with those drivers? Of course, Waifu making it all the way to the finals. In the last event we had at Red Ring, facing off against Malte. Malte able to grab the win there. Great showing from Waifu, of course. But Skull, man, Skull absolutely laid it down, and those two are leading the votes as of right now. Last chance, let us know who's going to be the final driver locked into the bracket here for round 5 of the 2023 slide style season. And as the vote comes in, we are down to it. It looks like it is going to be Skull. He's not turning green. He's supposed to turn green on your screen right now. Either way, Skull with the victory there. Let's see if we can't get it. We got it. Come on, man. It's his moment. It's got to turn green for him here. Let's see if we... Oh, it's purple. Look at me. I got it wrong anyway. There you have it. Skull, 8 votes. Congratulations. Making it through. Locking into the bracket. In the 12th position, Waifu, Damien, Lewid, and Wagfish. I mean, that's how tight the competition is. These are incredible drivers. So we are going to get the scoreboard up here for you as we take a look at the pairings that we are going to see in the breakout round. Wayne is going to be facing off against Skull in the first pairing. That's going to be a hell of a showdown. Danny going to be facing off against Jason. Also going to be a great one there. PWX, can't talk, going to be facing off against Squid. Malte versus Cruz down in Group 4. Flyers versus Kakumba. Now, I can't wait to see that one. It's 2 wheelmen right there. And then Theory and Tempa going to be Group 6. So, these drivers are all getting loaded into the server as we speak. But meanwhile, as we're waiting for these drivers to get loaded in, we're going to take a quick look at a little sneak preview. I believe qualifying for their first event has already gone down. But the SOG Drift Championship is kind of our partner in crime here. As, of course, SLIDESTYLE is all about breaking out of the limits of traditional drifting and doing things a little bit differently. SOG is more about bringing precision and accuracy into the world of competitive drifting. with some of the replay technology that they have for the judges to watch back over the drivers' runs in real time, slow them down, change camera angles, and be able to view what they're doing in a more traditional drift environment. So those judges are looking for clipping zones, tire drops, and things like that. It is an absolutely awesome show. I have been blessed to get to work with those guys a few times in the commentary booth and flying the drone camera around. So we're going to take a look at a quick sneak peek and then we will get our bracket competition for this evening underway. Stick around, don't go anywhere. This is round 5 of the SLIDESTYLE 2023 Season Championship. We will be right back. All right, we are back live here in St. Petersburg. It is nighttime, and we are ready to start up bracket competition for this evening. We'll get that scoreboard back up on the left side of the screen so you can see these drivers and who they're paired up against. And up first is going to be Wayne versus Skull. We're going to take a quick look at the rules for bracket competition this evening. It's going to be 12 drivers in single elimination format. The winners are decided by you watching along. If you can hear my voice, as always, in SLIDESTYLE, you are in control of what happens next. The fan vote is who moves these drivers on all the way from start to finish. The final 2, everyone is voted on by you guys. The rounds are as follows. The breakout round is going to have 6 winners. The eliminator round has 4 winners, contender round 2, and then the final showdown to a final winner for the winner of round 5. Of course, you might think to yourself, well, that doesn't quite add up. How does that work? Well, we'll get to that in just a second. Of course, tiebreakers in each round. In the breakout and eliminator round, the ties go to the lower seed driver. A little bit of an underdog effect there. If the vote is a tie, the lower seeded driver will be granted the win to move forward. And then in the contender and showdown round, the tie triggers a one more time run. And of course, if that happens more than once, I never vote on the run. So that would come down to me, is I would make my vote on the run. So, please don't do that to me. But ties are going to be a one more time in the contender semifinal and the showdown final rounds. Now, you were wondering about that math earlier. 6 winners in the breakout, but 4 winners in the eliminator. How does that work? Well, we have what is called redemption. The 3 drivers that do not move forward from the eliminator round will go to a vote. The 2 highest voted drivers get to face off against each other one more time as redemption, to have a chance to continue moving on in competition. And then from there, it is just a straight bracket on the way out to the finish. Now, there's only one more thing for us to talk about before we get it going here, and you may wonder why these cars you see on your screen, Skull on the left, Wayne on the right, why are they lined up the way that they are? Well, you see, Skull is going to be the chase driver for the first run here. So in slide style, we have the drivers line up in this staggered position, and the chase driver is in control of the start because they are the chase driver. They know they're going to be in that second position. They have to let the lead car go by them on the way to the first turn. So the chase car is in control of the start. They start rolling forward. The lead car is then free to take off and overtake them on the outside. And both cars will initiate in the first turn together. It's a little bit different way we do things here in slide style. But all that being said, I do believe it is time for us to get this party started. Before we go, though, everyone in the chat, everyone watching, we've got viewers around the world for slide style here. Let us know in the chat. Show some love. Tell us, who's your favorite driver? Who do you want to see make it to the final? As we are ready to get things underway here. That's what we're talking about here. All right, well, these drivers are locked and loaded. I believe all of the drivers for the event are in the server, ready to go. Race control has given the go-ahead. We are all set here. Let's start our first tandem pair in bracket competition tonight. In the breakout round, it is round 5, slide style 2023. Let's get it going. They flash their lights, let each other know they're good to go. Wayne's going to take that Speed Demon machine over to the outside. Sends it in there, but Skull is right with him all the way through here. Staying right in line, close on the transition, headed into the roundabout. A little tap on the bumper there, but they're able to fight through it. And you can see the speed that Wayne carries, but Skull able to surge back up to the door there. Cuts the line to the inside, just a little tap headed into the finish. Great runs from these two here. Take a look at the replay, man. Like we said about that Yaris, when Wayne busts out the Yaris, it's time to get serious. And Skull, after that last chance qualifier run, getting the most votes and making his way into the bracket here, he has shown that he doesn't just want to make the bracket, he wants to win the bracket. He wants to take it all the way here, and he has taken the fight to one of the best that's ever done it. And Wayne lets him know he's there on the way into the roundabout for sure, but sticks with him, maintains the speed, maintains the angle. As Skull is going to be in the lead position for this next run. These guys are ready to rock and roll here. Let's see what Wayne does. You know he likes to grind the doors off the car in front of him when he's in that chase position. Skull maximizing every bit of this course out there all the way by the light poles. Of course, you know Wayne's going to stay right there on the door, close on the transition, headed into the roundabout. That is a tough one there. Is able to stick with them, matching the angle perfectly around the roundabout here. Close on that back bumper, drives it all the way up to the door. Little tap there right at the finish. And now it is up to those of you watching along at home. Make your vote on who you want to see moving on to the next round. Man, great stuff here out of both of these guys. As you see these replays alternate back and forth between the lead and chase run, give you an idea of what these drivers were working with. You can see great speed and control out of Skull here on the lead, but Wayne sticking with him every step of the way. I can't see much of a difference in both of these drivers' chases as far as their proximity and angle, so it may come down to their leads here. Of course, this is all up to those of you watching along at home. We'll take a look, focus on the lead driver here. You can't ask for much more than what Wayne gave on the lead here. Perfectly smooth. Did get the tap there from Skull on the chase. That is true. That did kind of impede his angle a little bit. He was able to gather it back up. And on the flip side here, Skull also delivering a buttery smooth lead here. Last couple of seconds on the vote here. And Skull is going to come away with the win. What an upset victory here. Skull coming away with the victory over Wayne. The votes have decided. With 10 votes, Skull beats out Wayne and is going to move on. I believe that is the first time ever in slide style competition that Wayne has been knocked out of the breakout round. Unbelievable. Great stuff there out of these guys. Awesome, awesome runs from both Wayne and Skull, but just like that, the most unlikely driver had to get in on the last chance qualifier, gets in that 12th position and is able to take down the giant that is Wayne. Won the prize for the top qualifier and then is out in the breakout round. Unbelievable. Well, great runs out of both of those two, and now we have Danny facing off against Jason here. Now this is going to be a pairing to watch. It's going to get interesting here. Let's see what these guys have got for us in pair number 2 of the breakout round. They flash their lights, let each other know they're ready to go. You see that chase driver move forward first. Perfect start here out of these two. Danny, of course, on the lead. Great initiation. Little contact there from Jason on the chase. Didn't cause any harm. Dives it in way deep. Look at that. Right to the door from Jason. Super close on the transition there. Heading into that tight transition into the roundabout. Danny over-rotates it just a little bit. Jason has to adjust, but they're still together heading into the finish line here. Lot to unpack on that one. You see that little bit of over-rotation from Danny there, and then Jason had to check up and basically do the same thing. He had to match that angle to slow down. He didn't even have time to grab the brakes, just had to turn the wheel. We'll take another look at it here. Great initiation there from Danny. Such a smooth lead up until that one little hiccup in the roundabout. Perfect lead before that. Jason having to fight to maintain that proximity, but did a good job of it there. So I'd say for the first half, Danny had the lead, but then you get to the second half and you see Jason's skill in the chase there to avoid a major collision and then stick right by him all the way out to the finish here. Come back around on the flip side. We're going to see Jason taking over the lead position. That means that Danny is going to be in control of the start. They are off on the second run of this pairing. Jason with the great initiation. Danny without an initiation moves Jason onto the sidewalk, who's able to go outside of the light poles, even contacts the light pole in the second turn. What a lead here from Jason after early contact from Danny. Danny's trying to keep that proximity there, trying to hold the angle, but Jason has got it through the roundabout. Do they survive the last turn here? Danny's going to have to get it all the way up into the door. Whoo-wee! We're going to watch that one more time on the replay here, but this is going to be their first run again where Danny was in the lead. We'll show that replay first and then show you the next replay. Unreal stuff there. So that's what we talked about earlier. That's a little slight over rotation from Danny. Now we'll see on this second replay here. Watch Jason on this first initiation. Danny's car just doesn't want to rotate. Shoves Jason forward. Jason manages to go around the outside of the poles and hold on to that thing. Danny's car just looks like it was gripping up here. Did not want to grab a hold of any angle at all. But I mean, unbelievable from Jason there to get that shot in the fender heading towards that light pole right at the beginning of the run. And to adjust that car to go around the light pole on the outside. And keep the run going. We'll see that replay right here in just a second. We'll get to watch it one more time before this vote concludes. But definitely get your votes in for these two drivers here. So here you have it. You see the contact here. Danny's car did not want to get the angle. Shoves Jason out. I can't believe he held on to that. That's incredible. Just a few seconds left on the vote here for these two drivers. Coming down to it. And Jason gonna come away with the win here. Great runs from both of these guys. Awesome stuff. But Jason is gonna move on to the eliminator round as we come back to our live shot here. PWX, our lead driver, going to be facing off with Squid, who's going to be in control of the start. On the chase here. And we are ready to rock and roll. These drivers are going to tear it off the line here. They'll let each other know when they're ready. They said they're both good. PWX may have gone a little early on that start. We'll have to see on the replay, but that's no big deal because Squid's staying right with him, carrying all that speed in that AE86. Going to stay right next to the S15. Gives a little tap in the door. Lets him know, hey, you ain't left me yet. I'm still here. Managing that speed. Oh, a little over rotation maybe from PWX. We'll have to see on the replay. Getting in the door there at the end was Squid. Take just another look at it here. See if we can't get an eye on what happened there. So far, so good heading into the roundabout here, but then you see P-Dub's car just kind of hooks over to the right there. I don't know if he was, it looks like he was trying to adjust to make that final tight left-hander. Squid did a good job of, I mean, there was a little bit of contact. It didn't affect P-Dub at all. Squid was able to stick with him there. A little bit of maybe an unexpected movement there. Squid maintaining proximity all the way through. Yeah, definitely a wheel adjustment there to bring it to the inside. So that is the intended path of P-Dub, and that is kind of the the way about things here. The word jumped out of my head. Prerogative. That's the word I was looking for. Hey, put that one on the Scrabble board. That's your prerogative as the lead car here in slide style, with us not having clipping zones, and we have a line of this is the road that we're taking. This is where it starts, and this is about where it ends. You've got it from here. So the prerogative on the lead driver to kind of take their line wherever they want, and the focus of the run is going to be on the chase driver and their ability to anticipate that. And I would say that was on display here. PWX making a little bit maybe unexpected move, and Squid anticipating that move and doing a great job to not spin out either driver. As we come back around to our live shot here, they have switched positions. Squid going to be on the lead. These drivers are ready to rock and roll. We know Squid's got a fast car here. Let's see if P-Dub is able to keep up with him on the inside of the first turn here. Looks like he's going to match that angle all the way to the door. So close on that light pole on the outside. Want to talk about maximizing the course? You can see Squid doing it here, and P-Dub is not letting him get away one little bit. So close on those transitions headed into the roundabout. One of the more technical sections of the track. And here we come to that last section. You see Squid kind of doing the same thing, bringing it in a little bit early, and then P-Dub shoving him all the way out and around there towards the end. As that vote is coming your way now. Again, this is a replay of the first run with P-Dub in the lead. We'll be coming around to that second replay here in just a moment. Finishing out the run. All right, well, here we have the replay of the second run with Squid in the lead position. Both drivers get a great initiation of the first turn. P-Dub sailed it all the way in there. Didn't look like any contact was made at all, though, which is great because they were both right on the edge there. Squid so close to tagging that first light pole. Kakumba slapped the bumper to it earlier on this evening, but other than that, it hasn't taken any victims yet. And you see P-Dub there all the way up, slapping Dory on the front bumper there. That's what slide style is all about, man. This is some full contact drifting. As long as you don't knock that lead car off of their line, you're free to give them all the taps and love that you want to give them. That's one of the different things about slide style here. Contact not only permitted, it's almost, we're looking for it. We want to see that chase driver getting all up on the door of the lead car. We love it. That's what freestyle tandem drifting is all about. Just a couple seconds left. Get the vote in here. But man, it looks like Squid is going to take a dominant victory over P-Dub here. 13 votes. Squid will be moving on. And I've said before, I think this might be the first time that P-Dub has ever been knocked out of the breakout round in slide style. It looks like tonight is going to be the night of upsets. And if you want to talk about upsets, Malte, of course, being last month's event winner, facing off against Cruz. Can we keep the trend going? Can Cruz knock Malte out of this event in the breakout round? Can you imagine a slide style event headed into the eliminator without Wayne, without Malte, hell, without Kakumba, without Theory? Could it be? We're going to have to find out, man. What a night it has been so far, and we are only 3 pairs into this event. Well, Malte and Cruz on the line now. Malte is going to be in the lead, which means Cruz in control of the start. These guys, they wiggle their wheels, let each other know that they're good to go. Great start from these two. first turn. They go both of these cars geared really low. You're not hearing any rev limiter out of these two. Little tap there on the transition into the roundabout. Cruz trying to make up that angle that Malte's got here. So close on that last transition as well. The proximity is ridiculous. We take a look at that replay. Cruz not really able to match the angle of initiation there into the first turn. But managed to stay there all the way through the rest of the run. Did straighten there a little bit in the roundabout as well, but gathered it back up. So close. I mean, touching on that transition across the back bumper there. We'll check out one more look at this run. The only negative I could see about that chase from Cruz there is maybe not getting all of the angle that Malte was getting, but you literally cannot get any closer without wrecking the lead car on your transitions there. That was unbelievable transition work coming out of Cruz there. We're going to come back over into our live view here. Awesome camera shots we have of this course here at nighttime in St. Petersburg. We've got Cruz going to be taking the lead position this time around. Malte going to be on the chase. He'll be in control of the start. And are the upsets going to continue this evening, or is Malte looking to defend his last month's victory and keep things rolling here in St. Petersburg? Great angle, quick initiation there into the first turn from Cruz. Malte sticking with him here, coming up, getting right to the door. Oh, just a little touch of contact there as they head into the roundabout. A great transition there, sticking right with him. Malte maintaining the angle, keeping good proximity. Coming through to the finish, and that vote is coming through to you right now. Taking a look at their first run here where Malte was in the lead. Great stuff out of these two here. You see Cruz with the quick initiation there. Great first run, but Malte, you know he wasn't going to let him get away from him. Not by a long shot, staying right there with him. All the way through the finish, and then close on the transition here, coming out of the roundabout into the final straight. Copying that angle there. Vote as close as ever. Like we said, so far it's been the night of upsets. Get your votes in. Let us know who you want to see move on to the eliminator round. The drivers that are knocked out of the breakout round are out of the event for good. No chance of getting back into it. In the eliminator round, we've got the redemption run, but no shot here in the breakout round. Great runs from both of these drivers. Last few seconds coming in to get your votes in. Let us know what you think. Who do you want to see moving on to the eliminator? Great stuff from both of these drivers, and looks like he's going to squeak it out by one single vote. Malte is able to avoid the upset. grabs the win over Cruz, but Cruz did not make it easy for him, not one bit. That is about as close of a run as you can ask for right there. Great stuff from both of these drivers. Look how close on these transitions, man. It is incredible to watch. And this is only the first round of competition, everybody. It's only going to get better from here. As up next, you see Flyers and Kakumba on the line. Kakumba in that Viper, big old V10 horsepower machine. Going to be the chase car. He'll be dictating the start here. And Flyers is going to be your lead driver here on the right side. These guys are going to be given the go-ahead from race control. They let each other know they're ready to go. Kakumba says, let's do it. Off the line, here we go. Flyers, like I said, always in the server, always practicing, always honing his craft, and it looks like he's trying to walk away from Kakumba here, but Kakumba not going to let that happen with that Viper. He's got the horsepower, and he's going to get to you, and he is managing to stick with him all the way through the roundabout here. Let's see how he does on this final transition. So close, no contact made, though. Drives all the way back up about to the front wheel. Take a look at that replay. You see here, headed through the first turn, Flyers was trying to walk away from that Viper a little bit, but Kakumba not having it. Comes right back to him. And then matching the angle through the roundabout, so close, all the way up to the front wheel almost there, before crossing the line at the end. Man, I can't believe the way Kakumba surged forward there after that second turn. I thought, uh-oh, Flyers are starting to walk away from him. And man, he put that power down and said, I don't think so. Came right back to him. Finish this run out. We're going to come back around. Got our live shot here. Kakumba going to be your lead driver second time around. Flyers will be rolling forward. Then these guys are ready. They let each other know they're good to go. And they send it right into the first turn here. Kakumba, you can hear the power of that V10 and that Viper. Flyers doing everything he can to stick with him. Little contact there, headed into the roundabout. Didn't seem to affect either driver, just a little touch. Kakumba holding that angle through the end of the roundabout, crossing the sidewalk for the final turn. And our second to last pair for the breakout round vote is coming to you here. Of course, this being their first run. Like I said, Kakumba having that surge up after the second turn. We will switch over to the other side. And here we see Kakumba. In the lead. Fire staying right with him all the way through those first turns. Little nudge there to that back left rear tire of Kakumba. Didn't seem to upset the car at all headed into the roundabout. Flyers sticking with him on the proximity all the way through. Left him a little room on that last transition before driving back to the door there right at the end. So let us know who you want to see moving forward to the eliminator round here. Gonna be a close one between these two for sure. And there you have it, Kakumba by 1 vote, squeaking away the win over Flyers here to head into the Eliminator round. We're just receiving word from race control. As we head back over to see the sights. Got to get an update here. Yes, Tempa is unable to continue in this evening's festivities, and that means Theory is going to receive a bye, and he will be moving into Group 3 of the Eliminator round, and he will be facing off against the man you just saw win that last round, Kakumba. So we will get these drivers lined up, ready to go. We were expecting one more run there. So we weren't quite prepared for the next round yet. We want to take this time to thank everybody for joining in and being a part of these great events, SLIDESTYLE, that we get to do every month. Always a fun time. Exclamation point SLIDESTYLE in the chat if you would like to find out more about our events. You can find the schedule. You can see the lines for the events for the rest of this season. You can check out the rules and regulations of our tournament series here. You can find out the championship points of the drivers throughout the season as it moves on along. And of course, these guys, kind of like a family here, man. These SLIDESTYLE drivers always laughing and joking and messing with each other and talking trash, of course, all in jokes, but talking trash in the Discord server there. So if that sounds like some fun to you, you are absolutely welcome to join in. You don't have to be a driver to be a part of the SLIDESTYLE Discord server. It's a fun little place where we all hang out. And of course, every Friday night right here on the channel, Alex on your screen, we hang out and have open practice sessions that anybody is able to join. Be a part of a SLIDESTYLE event if they would like to, or to just hang out with their favorite drivers. Slide along next to them. Maybe they don't want to run the competition. That's all good too. That's what it's all about. But I do believe our next pair of drivers are lined up and ready to go, so we are ready to rock it here in the Eliminator round. There you see Skull and Jason lined up, ready to roll on your screen. Of course, Skull, winning the last chance qualifier vote, was the 12th seed driver going in and took down the top dog. Took out Wayne. These guys are itching to go here. Race control not giving them the go ahead yet. These guys are ready to rock here. So I think as soon as they get the go ahead, they'll be taking off here, and we are ready to see who is going to be the first driver to move on to the quarterfinal, or semifinal rather, the Eliminator. Great run here to start from Skull on the lead. Oh, big contact there from Jason. Skull able to gather it up. Jason still trying to catch back up, see if he gets back into frame here. He does. Skull finishing this line out. We take a look at the replay. Little tap there, super close on the transition, but then you see here a little bit of a, yeah, he wasn't quite anticipating Skull to make that transition back into the roundabout to stick to the outside of it. And before he could adjust that car back to the inside, got a pretty good shot there on the rear quarter panel. We'll watch it one more time before we switch back over to see their second run. Skull's car didn't seem to slow down a whole lot making that move. I just think he went in a direction that Jason wasn't quite expecting him to go. Skull was able to hold on to that car. both drivers able to finish the run. So we will head over to our live shot here. Of course, now Jason going to be in that lead position. Skull going to be in control of the start here. And let's see what happens on the flip side with Jason in the lead. Skull is absolutely feeling it tonight, but Jason is no slouch. Big initiation into the first turn there. Taking it all the way around the outside. Oh no, Skull gets into the pole there. But is he going to be able, look at this, he's able to catch back up. Thought he would be out of it for sure. What a run here. Well, we're going to have the replay of that coming to you and the vote coming at you. Now, before you cast your vote, let's take another look here and see what happened. Of course, this is the first run. Again, as we said, we had the big contact from Jason heading into the roundabout. You see right there, pretty good shot to Skull there, pushed him back, and as we say, looked to push him off the line, moved him up onto the sidewalk, almost hit the building. But now on the other side of things here, Jason cutting way out and going out around the outside there. Didn't look like Skull was quite prepared for that, and managed to get a piece of that pole on the inside, but of course no contact from either driver. That's a tough call there. Jason opting to take the long route around the outside of the pole. And Skull unbelievably able to get back to his door by the end of the run there. But I'm interested to see what our fans watching along, voting on these runs, what they think about Jason going to the outside. As we talked about earlier, the prerogative is on the lead car to take the line that they want to take, and that question was clarified over the past few weeks of could we run the first turn on the outside of the light poles? And we said absolutely yes you can, but the chase car does not have to follow you. And as you see here, Skull was definitely not intending on doing that. It looks like he was trying to match the angle there. But it's going to come down. We're not going to give any penalties for, I'll call it even on the vote penalties. And we're going to allow this vote to go to the viewers. And that's what SLIDESTYLE is all about anyway. You guys are deciding who's moving on. And it is going to be Skull. But of course, our longtime viewers of SLIDESTYLE know that is not the end for Jason in the Eliminator round. We have the chance at redemption. Back to our live shot here. We're looking at Squid and Malte on the line, but you see there on the left side of your screen that redemption pair down at the bottom. Skull, of course, is going to be moving on to the contender round, but Jason will have the opportunity to receive your vote and move into the redemption round. So we'll see what happens with that later on, but of course it is going to be Squid and Malte here facing off. This should be a pairing for the ages. Can't wait to see this one. These guys take off. Big kick out there from Malte. So close on the pole on the outside, but Squid making the buttery smooth lead run here. Little tap there from Malte as well. Staying close on the proximity, but man, it's as if Squid is just delivering the perfect canvas for Malte to paint on from the chase position. Watching along here. Couple of little taps coming from Malte, but nothing affecting the line of Squid at all. Super smooth coming through on the last transition into the finish. We'll watch this one once more. Great start from these two. You see Squid hanging it way out early on his initiation. Malte said, I can do that too. Matched him all the way through it here. You can see that thing. Squid's got it three-wheel in there a little bit. Taking the quick line into the roundabout, and Malte matching him step for step all the way through it. As we come back into our live shot here, Malte is going to be your lead car. We'll see what happens on the flip side. Which driver is going to be moving on to the contender, and which driver will have to hope for a shot at redemption. Great initiation here from both drivers there. Much more in sync this time around. Squid staying right with him on the proximity there. Malte trying to walk away a little bit. Squid coming back to him here, diving it in there. Looking to perfectly match the angle on the roundabout, driving it to the inside to make sure that he's there at the finish. Surges up to the door as they come across the line at the finish. Back over that first run where Squid was in the lead. We are getting into the what's likely going to be the best runs of the night back to back as we move on, as everyone obviously looking to up their own game every time they pull up to the starting line. But the competition gets tougher and tougher and tougher as you move through these slide style events. Like we said, it has been upset city all night on these votes. So it is going to be interesting to see some of the pairings we get the deeper we get into the bracket this evening. Malte looks to have a pretty commanding lead over Squid in the votes at this point. Last couple seconds here on the votes. Let us know who you want to see moving forward to the contender round. The other driver will have an opportunity at redemption. Coming down to it here, last few seconds, and it does look like Malte has got this one locked down, looking to defend his last month's victory at Red Ring here under the lights. St. Petersburg. Squid will have the opportunity at redemption. Great runs from these guys, man. Yeah, I'm always blown away by these drivers. Of course, like we mentioned earlier as we were getting into the bracket here, is that these drivers are practicing together every week, hanging out. A lot of them are really good friends, and getting to see how they push each other to get better and better and better month after month in these events. It is absolutely awesome to see in real time. You gotta love it. And two drivers that have been around slide style the longest on your screen right at this moment, Kakumba and Theory, getting ready to face off one-on-one here in the mean streets of St. Petersburg. They're ready to rock here. Let's see what this Viper does against the Yaris. We already talked about these Yarises tonight and how they mean business. Let's see what it does on the door of that V10. Mopar power. Oh, Kakumba grabbing the brakes, taking the short line into the roundabout there. Theory having to back it way down, and look at how quickly he's right back to the door. Oh, I can't wait to get a second view of that one, man. So you look here, he's perfectly matching the angle, and you can see, yeah, Kakuma slowed way up there, headed into the roundabout, got the shot in the rear from Theory, and man, did Theory come right back to the door. Let's see if we can't utilize a little bit of slow motion action here. Beautiful start to this line from both of these guys. Great transition headed in here. Now let's see if we can capture slow motion here. Tough to see from that angle because it seemed he slowed down right as the camera was transitioning, so it's tough to capture that. But we'll watch those replays again when we come back to the vote here, of course. Meanwhile, back at the starting line, we do have Theory in the lead position, ready to rock and roll here. So we'll see if that Yaris is able to run away from that V10 or not. Something tells me I doubt it. Off the line, Kakuma staying right there on the door. I can't believe how close they get to those poles. No contact. Kakuma dives to the inside, trying to maintain that proximity as best he can. Sails it in. What a transition into the roundabout here. Theory just so perfect. I can't call him Mr. Consistency enough, but then Kakuma drives all the way up to the front wheel at the finish. So we're going to watch both of these runs again. Man, like I said, after that, seeing Kakuma slowed down a touch there. Theory, like I said, got in the rear bumper real hard, but it was hard to tell what exactly happened because it was right at a camera transition point. And as we come back here, beautiful initiation from both drivers. I can't believe they didn't get that pole, man. That's wild. Theory maximizing the whole course here. Kakuma cutting the corner in short. But then look at this beautiful transition right there into this roundabout. Kakuma trying to match that angle, staying right there with him, and then drives that V10 right up to the front wheel of Theory, right there in the window. Says, "Oh, I'm still here, don't you worry." And now it is coming down to the wire here. This is the last pairing of the eliminator round. The driver that doesn't make it here will go to a vote. So far, Skull and Malte have moved on to the contender round. Who is going to join them? Is it going to be Kakuma or Theory? Just a little bit of time left in the votes here. And it looks like it is gonna be Theory taking a pretty commanding lead here, which leaves Kakuma down to the redemption vote. There you have it, Theory with 13 votes. Great job from him there. So as we come back here, we see the scores. Skull, Malte, and Theory are going to be moving on. And that means Jason, Squid, and Kakuma are gonna be your redemption drivers. Which of those 3 drivers do you want to see move forward? You can only choose one, so choose your favorite driver that you want to see have a shot at redemption, and the 2 highest voted drivers will face off against each other in the final redemption pair. There you see it right there on the left side of your screen. That vote is coming to you right now in the chat. Pick your favorite driver. Who do you want to see? You see the scoring coming in live at the top of your screen right there. Jason, Squid, or Kakumba. Which of these drivers do you want to see have another shot to move into the contender round?
Music in my speakers is becoming loud. Lyrics on my head, I need to write them down. Don't know why it hurts so much. Your memory, you're leaving me. We will never know what we're made of. We just needed freedom, freedom. We thought it would be forever, forever. But all my mind is memories, memories. On my eyes is promises, promises. Oh baby, now I'm so empty. Oh baby, look at me. Ashes, 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 ashes.
Coming down to just the last minute here on this vote. Think it over. Talk amongst yourselves here in the chat. Who do you want to see facing off against each other? You've got some options here. Squid versus Kakumba would be a solid pairing. Jason and Squid. Jason or Kakumba. There's options here, folks. What do we want to see in the redemption round to have a possible chance at getting back in this one? About 15 seconds left on the vote. It's going to be close here, but it's looking like the people have spoken, and it's even a tie between the 2. And it does look like it's going to come down to Squid and Kakumba that are going to be your 2 redemption drivers. And I already know it's not going to turn them green like it's supposed to, so we're going to do this right here. Look, we're just going to have it come right on back down. Boom, there's your green. I can fix that. There you have it. The redemption vote is complete. Squid and Kakumba are going to be facing off. Squid is going to be your first lead driver. These guys are headed back to the line as we speak. And there you see them back at the starting line yet again, the final pair of the eliminator round before we move into the semifinal. The contender round to find out who's going to be this event's champion. I believe we are all set on the race control side of things. We are cleared up. We are ready to go. Here it is, Squid versus Kakumba. Who's going to be the final driver in the contender round? They let each other know they're ready to rock and roll here. Off the line they go. They're going to be matching speed pretty well heading into this first turn. Great initiation from both guys. All the way out to the outside is Squid, but Kakumba ain't letting him get away from him. Staying right with him here all the way through. Beautiful transition yet again into the roundabout. Holding on to the proximity is Kakumba, but man, Squid, an ever so perfect lead. Finishing it out strong here. Beautiful initiation into the first turn by both of these guys, and then sticking with each other all the way through. But Squid was always able to stay about a car length ahead of that Viper, it looks like, all the way through the run. We'll take another look at it here. Yeah, even on initiation there, you see Kakumba take the inside line to try to close that gap up, but Squid jumps right back in the gas pedal. So now on the flip side of things, we're going to have to see if on his lead, Kakumba is able to walk away from Squid here. But as Squid stays in tight right on the door, could spell the end of things for Kakumba this evening. We've made our way back to our live view yet again. Kakumba lined up in the lead position. His driver's ready to go. Just like I suspected, Kakumba knows he's got to run away with it here, taking off, using that horsepower to his advantage, maintaining about a car length gap, but Squid knows he's got to get back to him. Kakumba swinging it into the inside, Squid staying with Kakumba all the way through and keeping that gap closed up tight all the way around. And that's what we were looking for out of Squid. But a great lead. We're going to watch the first run again here before seeing that one on the replay. Absolutely not a bad run at all from either driver, but like we talked about, Kakumba just a little bit far back, about a car length behind that whole run through. And at this level of competition in slide style, last year that was a close proximity chase. This year, if you're not touching, you're not chasing. And you see here, Squid is embodying every bit of that. Looks like Squid has a pretty commanding lead on the votes. About 30 seconds left to go here. But great stuff out of both of these guys for sure. Awesome runs. Coming down to it here. And there you have it. With the commanding victory, I believe that chase proximity is what sealed the deal. Squid gets the job done, and he is going to be the final driver moving to the contender round, and he will be facing off against Theory. But great runs from Kakumba. Thanks to all these drivers that have taken part in the event this evening. It's been an incredible one so far, and we are not anywhere close to done yet, as we are headed into the contender round. Maybe not. There we go. I was wondering. I was a little curious as to what was going on there, but we got it taken care of. Skull, gonna be your lead driver facing off against Malte here. And boy, we did not even know if Skull was going to make it into this event. He had to do the last chance qualifier, absolutely stomped a run, and then took out Wayne in the first round and was able to knock out Jason as well. Unbelievable run that Skull has had so far, but now he's up against last month's winner the Red Ring Round 4 event champion, Malte, and a multi-time winner last season as well, always seems to find his way into the finals. Well, now, Skull has got to take down another giant. Can he do it here? Or will he be heading home? These guys are ready to rock here. You see the lights flash. They both launch at the same time. They're ready to go here. And man, what an initiation into the first turn here. Skull is not playing around one bit. About as perfect of a lead so far as you can ask for. Malte staying right with him there. A little contact on the rear quarter panel. Skull's able to hold on to it. Malte has to surge back forward, anticipates the transition all the way back to the front wheel. Oh, and a little contact there right at the finish as well. You see here live, Skull kind of spun around, tapped the car in the park. Why is there a car in the parking lot right there at the finish line, huh? That guy knows better than to park right there. First, there's a tire hitting cars in the parking lot at the Indy 500. Now here in SLIDESTYLE Round 5, we're taking out panel vans over there in the parking lot. That's about as picture perfect of a lead as you can ask for from Skull. You see that little right at the end there, right at the finish, little love tap from Malte. We'll watch this one again. I mean, Malte super close on the transitions there. Skull wanted to get a little bit of gap between the two, and Malte said, I do not believe that's going to work out, sir, and got right back to his door. You see the little touch there right behind the tree branches. And then adjusts for this final transition, able to shoot all the way up to the front wheel. We come back to you live here. Malte ready on the lead. Skull going to be chasing this time around. Has his work cut out for him. This is going to be an interesting one. Flash their lights. We are good to go. Skull gets a great start. Has to let up a little bit so that Malte can get to his outside here, but sticks with him all the way around. Great job there making up that start. So close, sliding across the rear bumper, staying right in the door of Malte here. Look how close on the transition heading into the hairpin, the roundabout. One big, long, giant hairpin, I guess you could. This is your hairpin turn right here. You want to talk about a tight turn, it's that one right there. And Skull sticking with him all the way through it. I don't know how y'all are going to vote on this one, man. This is going to be a close one. Two incredible runs out of these drivers, both in the lead and chase. See here Skull's initial lead run. Had a little bit of a gap to Malte in turn 2. And Malte immediately coming back from that and sticking with him the rest of the way through. But then we see on the flip side, Malte on the lead, Skull sticking right with him off the start. Perfectly matching the angle, tracing the tire tracks there, it seems. Wicked close on all of these transitions. Matching the speed through the roundabout. Little bumper tap there as they head to the finish straight. Whew, boy, this is going to be a close one. I don't know how you call it. About 30 seconds left on this vote here. It is all down to you watching the event at home. Your voice is all that matters into who is going to be moving into the next round. It's going to be a close one here. last few seconds. If you haven't voted yet, don't play with us now. Get it in there. What you got? Somebody was playing around. Look at that. Skull comes away with the victory by 1 vote. The 11th hour, the last second. The vote comes in for Skull, and he grabs the victory. He has taken down giant after giant, and he is going to be stepping into the showdown in the finals of round 5. Unbelievable. 1 single vote victory there from Skull to move in to the finals. Now, we find out who he's going to be facing off against. 2 worthy opponents here, Theory and Squid. Theory going to be on the first lead. And Squid is going to be chasing. That has been his spot of the night. Beautiful chase runs from him left and right. And let's see if he can do it again for us. Facing off against Theory. The lights are up. And these drivers are away. Mr. Consistency in that lead position is showing it off here, touching every curb with that Yaris all the way around this course. So smooth, but Squid sticking with him every step of the way here. Theory looking to step forward a little bit in the roundabout. Squid's not letting it happen. Staying right with him as they come to the finish. Which driver is going to be facing off against Skull in the final showdown? Can't wait to find out. Great runs here. I mean, like I said, Theory has been putting down about as perfect lead lines as you could ask for all night. I mean, we say that. I just need to record myself saying that and play it back after every run he makes, because his lead lines are picture perfect every single time. And it is always down to the chase runs when you're facing off against Theory, because let's be realistic, everyone. You can't touch his leads. There's not a driver in SLIDESTYLE that can touch a lead from Theory. So now the question is can you out-battle him in the chase position? And that is a tall, tall order. So we're going to see if Squid is able to do it, or if Theory is able to take that Yaris to the finals to face off against Skull. He's seen the finals many times. Let's see if tonight is another instance. Squid going to be on the lead this time around. The final run of the contender round is coming at you right now. Who's going to be the second driver in the finals? They're good to go. Theory rolls forward. Squid takes that lead position over. Into the first turn they go. Door to door here, side by side. Beautiful transition heading into turn 2. Close to the outside there. All the way out to the curb goes Squid. Quick transition for that 86. And Theory, look how close on the chase he is. And the transition sliding across the back bumper all the way back to the door to take it across the finish. Boy, we thought the votes on the last one were close. They're going to be close on this one as well. We go back and watch that first run. Man, awesome stuff out of these two. As I said, about a perfect of a lead run as you can ask for from Theory. And that's no slight to Squid at all, because he chased that run incredibly. But like I was saying, Theory's lead runs are unbelievable. But then you have Squid here on the lead run. Gives Theory a run for his money. Look at him absolutely maximizing this course from curb to curb. Hits the quick transition here. So much angle to get that car slowed up without using the brakes to head into the roundabout here. But Theory didn't let him get away one bit, stayed right on the door, and then one of the most beautiful transitions of the whole night, right across the back bumper, back to the door, to the finish. Got about a minute left to vote on this run. Who do you want to see facing off against Skull for round 5 of the 2023 Slide Style season? And there you have it, Theory with the commanding victory over Squid. Great runs from Squid here. But it is going to be Theory facing off against Skull in the final showdown round. Here we are, round 5 of Slide Style. It is down to 2. Skull versus Theory. Skull coming in on the last chance qualifier. Didn't even think he would be a part of the bracket. Gets the last chance qualifier, throws it down, and has stamped every single run since then. He has taken down giants. He has taken out Wayne. He has taken out Jason, and he has taken out Malte, all in his path to the final. And he has one last mountain to climb because Theory, Mr. Consistency himself, he is no stranger to finals here in Slide Style. And the perfect runs that he has thrown down, run after run after run this evening, means that Skull is going to have to be nothing less than perfect to grab this victory. Or is it going to be Theory's day to add a trophy to the cabinet? We're going to find out. It is the grand final here, the showdown round here, Slide Style 2023 season, round 5, St. Petersburg. Let us know in the chat, who do you want to see grab the victory? These drivers are ready to rock and roll. We are all set to go here. Let's find out who's taking the win. Theory off the line here. Skull with all that horsepower. Theory's going to be right there with him, matching him on the way into the first turn. Beautiful initiation out of Skull here. Matching the angle, staying close on the proximity, close on the transitions. We said Skull had to be perfect here, and he is doing that on this lead run. Theory is chasing his heart out. Such a transition headed into the end of the course here. Slowing up even a little bit with Skull. We'll have to take another look at that. But up until maybe that final turn, about as perfect of a run as you could have asked for from Skull, given the situation he finds himself in. Unbelievable runs. Theory applying the pressure all the way through. And did that pressure get to Skull here right at the end? Let's see. He makes the transition. Theory comes all the way in. Little tap to the rear bumper there. Actually, really didn't slow down that much. Theory just carried that momentum through that last turn. I was just the way I was focused on the two drivers and their positional relationship to each other. I had thought that Skull slowed down, but on further inspection, that is absolutely not the case. We'll see if we can slow it down ourselves here to see the attitude of this car change. Get the slow motion here as they come out of the roundabout. You see the quick transition here. Theory right on him. Little adjustment there from Skull, but also an adjustment from Theory. Yeah, like I said, I didn't see Skull slow down a whole lot there. Theory just carried a ton of momentum into that last turn. Great stuff out of these guys here. As we make our way back to our live view, what could be the last run of the evening. Skull gonna be in the chase position. He controls the start here, but Theory, we've been talking about his lead runs all night, and that's what this could end on, is a lead from Theory. These drivers are ready to rock and roll. We're gonna find out who the winner is right now. Already heading out. As consistent as ever. It's a copy and paste of all his other runs this evening. Skull is sticking right with him. He's fighting every step of the way, all the way up to the door. Got the curve a little bit. It slowed him down. He's going to have to sail it into this last turn. Does he make contact? Had to grab the brakes there. Is able to surge back up. But as smooth as you could ever ask for here from Theory. What incredible stuff from both drivers here. Man, watching these two go after it, this is some kind of awesome, but it's exactly as we discussed before they started. Theory was going to bring that absolute perfection on his lead run, and you knew Skull was going to have to be better than perfect here, and that is a tall, tall order. And he did every bit to fight for it. Great, great stuff here. We are coming down to it here, the last minute on this vote. Who do you want to see lifting the trophy, winning this event? And it's coming down to it, the last few seconds. As we're watching these runs, and there you see it on the side of your screen. The final vote is in. It is a commanding and definitive victory. Theory coming away with the win. Congratulations, an incredible fight, an incredible story by Skull, but it is going to be Theory, your champion in St. Petersburg for round 5 of the 2023 slide style season. Congratulations to Theory on the win and the prize. Of course, Wayne as well, grabbing the top qualifier prize this evening. And huge props to Skull as the runner-up in this event. Drove it all the way from the last chance qualifier, taking down boss fight after boss fight to get to the finish. But in the end, it was Theory that prevailed through another trophy in the cabinet. And man, what a great event here. First ever event under the lights, nighttime here for SLIDESTYLE. We appreciate everybody joining in, watching along with the event, getting your votes in for these guys, because you watching at home are the deciders of everything that happens here in SLIDESTYLE. I want to thank everybody for coming to join us. I want to thank all of these drivers for being a part of this event and making everything move on along so smoothly and entertaining for those watching along. A great, great night for everyone. Special shout out tonight. Our man DK, who's been in the race control position for a few weeks here, was unable to make it this evening. Had something he needed to take care of. And Akuza, you guys know him well. You've seen him here many a time. Stepped in the 11th hour. Said, I'll take care of it. I'll jump on it. And did an awesome job tonight. There were a couple of little hiccups in the background, and I bet y'all didn't even know about it because he took care of it so smoothly. And as always, in preparation for this event in the hours leading up to it starting, Wayne taking care of all of our technical specs on these cars, making sure everybody was following along with the technical specifications for these machines. Exclamation point SLIDESTYLE. Type it in the chat. That'll give you access to the official SLIDESTYLE Discord, where you can find out everything you need to know about SLIDESTYLE and being a part of the events, joining in with us, or where you can watch other events that we have here. And that is going to be it for us this evening. So another big congratulations to Theory, your champion here this evening. And from everyone here at SLIDESTYLE, I want to say thank you for watching along and everyone that participated. We'll see you next month as we get sideways in Los Angeles. Gonna be a great one. June 30th, we'll see you there, right here on the channel. Alex on your screen. Everyone have a great night. Be safe, and we'll see you next time.